Welcome to Online Shopping. I'm Ms. Goodger and I'm here to talk to you about AP Economics, or as it's listed in the course catalog, AP Microeconomics/AP Macroeconomics. So we look at both types of economics in this class. So macro means big, so we're looking at the economics of the national and international economy. So we're going to talk about things like economic growth, unemployment, inflation, fiscal and monetary policy, which is just a fancy way of saying how the government affects the economy, and then also international trade. When we talk about microeconomics second semester, we're looking at the small scale economy, so one type of business or one group of customers. So this is more just basic supply and demand. We're going to look at business types, so we'll talk about monopolies. We're going to look at something called consumer utility, which just means how things make us happy and why we buy them, and then also instances of market failure, so where capitalism fails and where there might be room for government intervention. You will be asked to take notes in class. Outside of class, you will be asked to do practice problems occasionally and also to read from your textbook. We do illustrate the concepts that we learn using graphs, but I don't want that to scare you off too much because it's a skill that we develop all year and you're going to get really, really good at it. Our tests do have free response sections, but they're not essays like you're used to in your English or other social studies class. They're more like short answer questions where you'll be asked to solve a problem or explain an economic concept. The class prepares you for college because we're going to be doing college level work, but in a much, much more supportive environment. So basically I'm going to hold your hand the whole way through and make sure that you're successful. And most of my students end up passing the AP test and getting an A in the class. But most importantly, I think you should take the class because you're going to better understand what's going on in our society. You're going to understand things like the unemployment rate and stimulus plans. You're going to know what concepts like the fiscal cliff are and what the government can do to either help or hurt the economy. So I hope you consider taking AP Economics.